This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Dunedin showcases its best weather in 20 years for the annual Santa Parade. Dunedin's Presbyterian Research Centre receives international recognition for its archives. And Lilliput community libraries spread throughout Queenstown. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Around 30,000 people turned out to watch the Christmas parade in Dunedin yesterday. Dunedin's Santa Parade Trust Chairman Mark Lawton says the weather was the best it's been in the event's 20-year history.
Dunedin's Santa Parade drew one of the largest crowds in its history yesterday as it made its way along Dunedin's George Street. The young and young at heart gathered to enjoy a performance by the City of Dunedin Pipe Band, which kicked off the parade, followed by an array of floats and community groups before the main attraction. Santa rode in on his sleigh from the North Pole and hit the sunny streets of Dunedin as temperatures hit the high 20s. Jose LeBone, The South Today.
Hi there! Merry Christmas!
And we'll have more footage of other Christmas parades from around the regions later on in the bulletin. And this week sees the start of the second round of Otago Regional Council public consultation sessions on water management. Looking at the Arrow catchment and Wakatipu Basin, the community will have a chance to give their feedback. These include setting minimum flow levels and water allocation limits. The eventual decisions will become a formal change to the Otago Water Plan. Feedback on the options closes on the 26th of January. Dunedin's Presbyterian Research Centre is to receive international recognition for its archives. The Knox College Base facility is being honoured for the valuable collection historic records about Chinese gold miners who came to New Zealand.
This collection includes a Chinese notebook which was compiled by Presbyterian missionary Alexander Dong, detailing the lives of over 3,000 Chinese gold miners. It's been selected to enter the Memory of the World Trust register. Centre Director Jane Thompson says the documents are heavily detailed.
Right down to crime, good things, what they went off to do afterwards, when they went back to their families, whether they were married, had children. It's an amazing document.
After Dong died in the 1930s, he left the notebook, along with 30 diaries, to the church. Thompson says the history of the collection has been fraught with setbacks. 26 of the diaries were destroyed in a flash flood, and more misfortune was to come.
Unfortunately, somehow the notebook, although it did get sent here to this campus, to the Hewitson Library, at some time, I'm not sure quite when that was, it ended up in a pile of unwanted, unsaleable books and somehow got, there are various stories, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but it disappeared.
The book was later picked up by Dr. James Ning at a second-hand bookshop in the 1980s. Ning continued researching for the collection as part of his own Chinese history projects. A representative from his family will travel to Auckland alongside Thompson.
They were very excited. I think the next time that we saw Jim, Dr. Ning, he had a grin from ear to ear.
According to the Memory of the World Trust, items on the register should contribute to the story of the nation's history and reflect the identity of New Zealanders today. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Otago scientists are gaining new insights into cancer research. University of Otago biochemistry researchers are using a particle accelerator in Melbourne to study the proteins that regulate inflammation in human cells. The study may assist in creating cancer-fighting immunotherapies which harness the body's own immune system as alternatives to chemo and radiotherapy. Lilliput community libraries are popping up around Queenstown. Introduced a year ago, the tiny, colourful outdoor boxes full of books are now in 4 places. Mina Amso takes a tour of inspection.
Users of the Queenstown Trail to Frankton will have noticed a brightly coloured box full of books. They are not just for looking at. Passers-by are invited to take a book or leave a book. This Lilliput Library beside Villa del Lago is one of 4 Lilliput libraries across Queenstown.
So, in the library today we have quite a variety.
Kelvin Heights resident Kath Gilmore says this library gets a huge amount of traffic. She is the guardian of this library in Kelvin Heights and says she absolutely loves it.
We sit up above it and just have a cup of tea now and then and just hear people go past and they get really excited. It's a really good community hub, so we have lots of local families who just stop in and come by. Like one day, soon after we put it up actually, there were 3 families. I came down and 3 local families were hanging around and looking at it.
She says sometimes people drop off up to 6 books here and sometimes none are picked up for a whole week.
It's really good both for recycling, for education, for community, for all those things. We love it.
The books are free for anyone to take away.
So we keep an eye on what's in there. We've never had to censor for inappropriate material. Sometimes you have to swap a bit just to make sure there's a decent balance of books.
Gilmore says there are 14 more Lilliput libraries coming to the Queenstown area, including one in the Lake Hayes estate and one at the Sherwood Hotel. Others will be scattered across Arrowtown, Arthurs Point and other locations. The project started a year ago when Gilmore was inspired by Lilliput libraries in Dunedin. The libraries are constructed with sponsorship from local businesses. The project is organised by the Catalyst Trust and supported by Queenstown Lakes District Council Library. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we take a look at some more of the festive parades happening around the region, and Greymouth's new Christmas tree is expected to be ready in time for the new town square opening.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Tane. Not now, man. I'm panicking.
Come on, mate. I know just what you need.
In here?
No. Is this it?
No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey, Tane. Fancy a little cuddle?
My elves and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
They're part of the family, and like us, their health begins with what they eat too. So give them Radical Dog, made in New Zealand from all natural ingredients and real tart cherries, so it's high in antioxidants. It's a 3-in-1 superfood, giving them energy, flexibility and a healthy coat. With no fillers or nasty preservatives, they love them. It's the treat that can work wonders on every dog, no matter what their breed, age or health. Radical Dog, the new generation in dog food.
Active interior designer Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference, and Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillians will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillians, caring for families in our communities since 1962.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. As promised earlier, we're now taking a look at some of the festive parades held around the region. The weekend started off with a bang in Geraldine, with the town holding their annual Christmas parade on Friday night. The South Today joined the crowds to admire the procession.
An appreciative crowd turned up for Geraldine's Christmas parade after 6 on Friday evening. Members of the Geraldine Lions were on hand to marshal the spectators. Amongst the floats and clowns, the town also showed its agricultural roots, with historical traction engines and heavy machinery grinding down the street. The evening continued with a lolly scramble and other events at the nearby domain. People noted that the parade grows every year, with more and more community groups and firms taking part. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
And Balclutha's Christmas parade was held on Saturday afternoon. With plenty to see, the South Today braved the midday heat to join the fun.
The jolly fat man in red let his reindeer take a well-earned break when he visited Balclutha on Saturday, opting instead for a stylish three-wheeled motorbike. The parade included contributions from several schools, with pupils from St Joseph's School taking inspiration from the film Moana. The Dunedin troupe Highly Flammable, who were visiting as part of a circus workshop for local children, made their way down Clyde Street on stilts. Members of the district's Filipino community danced their way down the street. And the influence of the dairy industry on regional employment was also visible with a display of flags from around the world. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Further south, thousands of people lined the streets of Invercargill to catch a glimpse of St Nick in the city's Santa Parade on Saturday afternoon. Sharon Rees was there.
The Minions were the first to hit the streets of Invercargill to warm the crowd up for the main event. And then it was time for the parade, with up to 20,000 people eagerly awaiting the 59 entries. Everybody's favourite characters joined the parade, including Bob the Builder, Willy Wonka, Ronald McDonald, and even Invercargill's iconic Henry the Tuatara. Santa was, of course, the grand finale, riding his sleigh and accompanied by his reindeer and elves. Event organisers said Invercargill was really getting into the Christmas spirit this year, making for one of the best parades to date. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Greymouth's new Christmas tree is expected to be ready in time for the opening of the new town square on the 9th of December. The South Today took a look at the creation in progress.
Made of steel and over 6 metres tall, this metal tree will be planted on the grass area of Greymouth's Square in time for Christmas. Assembled by the engineering company Dispatch and Garlic, the futuristic styled sculpture will be equipped with internal lighting and a silver finish, with the total cost being $10,000. Engineer Craig McMillan said the construction was going well.
First up, there was a bit of the design process, going from sort of one thing to another and how that sort of normally goes on, and then we just got the bits sort of pre-cut over in Christchurch, and they turned up, and then they sort of go into our brake press, and we sort of tip and roll that for the curved parts, and then yeah, it's just a bit of a jigsaw piece really.
Greymouse Mayor Tony Cockshorn is looking forward to having the tree up and ready for the official opening of the town square in just over a week's time.
Well, it's on track for the opening of the 8th. We're going to do that the day before the opening. And Craig McMillan from Dispatch Engineering, he is actually building this tree out of metal, but it's got lights in underneath, and it will have all types of lights that will be lit up for Christmas. It's $10,000, but it's $10,000 well spent. Craig is a big part of the Wearable Arts. He's got a great reputation at the Wearable Arts. He's putting this tree together, so it's like a sculpture, and it will probably permanently stay there, but at Christmas we will light it up more so than what it does light up normally. So it's a great addition for the square, and it just gives that robust look to the square, makes it vibrant, and at the end of the day it's just a part of Greymouth that's being reinvented for the visitors and the residents alike.
This will be the first Christmas tree displayed in Greymouth CBD for about 30 years. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, Otago Peninsula Trust offers Albatross shortbread to help promote its new Central City premises, and we take a look at the 2017 Otago Primary Schools Athletics Championships.
My Els and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference. And Gillian's know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillian's will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillian's, caring for families in our communities since 1962.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
Active Interior Designer Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Thanks for staying with us. Albatross shortbread was a pre-Christmas treat on offer thanks to the Otago Peninsula Trust. It's just one of the ways the centre is aiming to attract attention and visitors to its new Central City premises.
Albatrosses and penguins have a brand new address in Dunedin's Stewart Street. Otago Peninsula Trust has opened a new info zone right in the heart of town, with the Royal Albatross Centre the main attraction. The info zone just opened its doors this week. The team consider the brand new digs a great way to celebrate the Trust's 50th birthday and to draw more crowds out to the peninsula.
We're just basically highlighting the Otago Peninsula Trust attractions down the Otago Peninsula itself, like the Royal Albatross Centre, Bean Ballot Gardens, the Fletcher House, and just highlighting what we do in the preservation and the enhancement of the peninsula for visitors and also the public to enjoy.
The new centre means the real wildlife, not the stuffed toy versions, and the cause of caring for endangered animals will be more visible. Manager Sophie Barker says there are costs, but also ongoing benefits for Dunedin.
The info zone will help people learn more about the Otago Peninsula. The Peninsula Trust's objectives are to preserve and enhance the Otago Peninsula, so people can come here learn about the work that the Trust has done.
The shortbread is just one of the reasons to make a visit. But don't worry, there's no real albatross bits in it. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Almost 100 schools attended the 2017 Otago Primary Schools Athletics Championships at the Caledonian Ground on Tuesday. A standout performance came from Fairfield school pupil Connor Feist in the high jump event.
Almost 100 schools attended the 2017 Otago Primary Schools Athletics Championships at the Caledonian Ground on Tuesday. A standout performance came from Fairfield school pupil Connor Feist in the high jump event.
So I won the high jump for the over 13 boys, and I equalled the record, which was 1.48 meters.
Feist says he felt good about the achievement, having beaten his own previous personal best by 3 centimetres. Along with doing futsal and taekwondo, he's been up for the high jump for 2 years and has advice for other aspiring high jumpers.
I suppose we gotta, join like an athletics club or something, and you gotta work on it and do a bit of training.
Organiser Chris Marsland says following an uncertain start with wet weather delaying the hurdles event, he was happy how the day turned out. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Dunedin Santa Parade Trust Chairman Mark Lawton says the weather was the best it's been in the event's 20-year history. The Presbyterian Research Centre is to receive international recognition for its archives, which honour the Chinese gold miners who came to New Zealand. And Lilliput libraries have spread from Dunedin, with some of the colourful community boxes now appearing across Queenstown. And now look for what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome Barry Stewart. What have you got for us in tomorrow's
Hello
newspaper?
Melissa. Well, we've had a run of sensational weather, haven't we? But there are consequences, and it's not just sunburn. High water temperatures could trigger a massive toxic algae bloom in Otago Harbour, decimating aquatic life. A marine ecologist has warned. So a severe warning there, and the hot weather should continue until February based on NIWA water temperature data. So outlook not that great there, so watch this space. Dunedin police say some drivers risk not being here for Christmas after clocking a motorcyclist driving at 192 kilometres on the Pig Route on Saturday, so obviously somebody had to get somewhere fast.
A motorcyclist, that's
a motorcyclist.
That's quite phenomenal.
Whatever vehicle, yes, it was going at a fair rate, that's for sure. Ian Taylor, one of the men behind the development at the Harborside area, he wants the project driven by someone who has the skills and knowledge needed for such an ambitious project. So they're looking at moving that one on by the looks of things. A woman also has been seriously injured after being hit by a car in South Dunedin this afternoon.
It's always not very good to hear anything like that. I hope she's okay, and thank you very much, Barry.
Thank you.
Lovely. And now time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Collagen Plus.
Looking at the situation, air pressure remains high over and around New Zealand, with anticyclones still dominating our weather and keeping things settled. A weak front will bring a period of southerly winds tomorrow and some cloud, but back to fine warm conditions later in the week. Heading down south, Balclutha, Gore and Lumsden, light southeasterlies becoming fine and 17. Catlins, you're also on 17, but with moderate southerlies and cloud. Moving over to central, Alexandra light southeasterlies, some cloud and 21. Queenstown light winds, some cloud and 22. Te Anau light southeasterlies becoming fine and 17. And Wanaka light winds, some cloud, and the high for the region with 23. Heading north to Oamaru, moderate southerlies, mostly cloudy and 18. Timaru light northeasterlies, some cloud and 20. Amarama and Twizel light winds, some cloud, and a high of 23 degrees. Here in Dunedin tonight, cloudy and mild with westerly winds with an overnight low of 14 degrees. Tomorrow cloudy with cool and moderate southerly winds developing during the morning, 18 and 11. And it remains mostly cloudy on Wednesday with moderate northeasterly winds, 16 and 10. And in Invercargill tonight, showers developing with a period of cooler southerlies with an overnight low of 9 degrees. Tomorrow, showers clearing in the morning and cloud breaking during the afternoon with southeasterly winds dying out, 16 and 7. And mostly fine and sunny on Wednesday with pleasant temperatures and sea breezes, 19 and 12. And that's our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you all have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.